Hi guys, welcome back for another video. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about tracking my financial goals. So it might seem a bit weird to be talking about tracking your financial goals in April. Well, I don't know when I'm going to upload this video, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to upload it before the end of April. But if I don't, then just know that I had started thinking about this video to coincide with the new tax year in April. I try to think about my financial goals in terms of chunks of years. So I think about it in terms of year one, what do I want to achieve this year? Then I think about it in terms of 5 years, and then I think about it in terms of 10 years, and then finally I think about it in terms of like my long-term future. So my financial goal for this year is to have 6 months worth of living expenses. Now, because we don't have any debt, I believe that that should be somewhat achievable. The challenge with that is going to be that I likely will not hit that goal this year. And that's because we've recently moved house. So a lot of the money that we had will have to go towards refurbishing this house. Now, we did take out some additional financing to do the refurbishment of this house, but it just means that some of our savings have been depleted. I'd probably say it's probably not going to be six months worth of living expenses. It's probably going to be closer to £18,000. My second financial goal is to continue to pay into my pension. And so I recently had a 5% pay increase. You know, it's better than nothing. It's less than what I wanted, but what can you do? So with that 5% pay increase, my intention is to pay in 5% more into my pension. So that means that I will be paying in 25% into my pension, and my employer is going to match that by 6%, which means that I'll be paying in 31% into my pension. So that is my goal. Now, again, some of the challenges with that are going to be that we may need more money for this house. So I'm going to increase my pension contribution for now, but it may be that I might have to reduce that back down to about 20%. But let's see how we go. Okay, then in 5 years' time, I want to be in the position where I have saved up to £100,000 in cash. And the way I plan to do that is through paying into a stocks and shares ISA. I already pay in to a stocks and shares ISA somewhere in the region of about £800 to £900 a month, but I want to increase that amount so that my overall portfolio is around 100,000. Now, in my ISA, I say my ISA, it's actually our family ISA, but it's in my name. It is roughly around, I'm going to get these figures wrong, aren't I? Somewhere in the region of £23,000 in an ISA at the moment. So I want to get that up to 100,000 in 5 years' time. Now, luckily for me, I do have some additional investments coming. So I pay into a company share scheme, which allows me to vest my shares in a couple of years' time. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'll get a nice chunk of money out of that. So that will help me reach my 5-year goal of £100,000, you know, in cash. Now, long term, I'm not about that FIRE movement. Well, I am about the financial independence part, but the retire early part is just, at the moment, the way things are, it is a pipe dream. Now, when they say retire early, they're talking about people retiring before they're 40, and I turned 40 in January, so that's not going to happen. And also, you know, with the with childcare costs, it just makes that much more difficult because, you know, I can't see how I'm going to retire early. So my aim is that I will be retiring early it by age 55. Now, my concerns around that is that I pay into a company pension and it's managed by Scottish Widows. So Scottish Widows, can I just, if you're watching for Scottish Widows, your website is absolutely shit, because I'm trying to work out what my pension projections are, and at the moment they're telling me my pension pot by the time I retire by 65 is somewhere in the region of about £500,000. Now I want to see how those individual investments are doing so that I can, get a sense of how my portfolio is running. Now, ideally, what I would like to do is to manage all my pensions via a self-invested ISA, but because I get the employer contribution, it's not actually in my interest to kind of not do it through Scottish Widows, but I just absolutely hate their website. It's really hard to get a sense of, how much money you actually have so that you can actually plan for your retirement. Apart from their sort of projections, and their projections are sort of based on the 65 year retirement sort of goal for most people, but I want to be able to retire at 55. It's always good to set a goal. It should also be realistic and achievable, but let's see how that pans out. So that's essentially what my financial goals are. What are your financial goals? How are you planning to retire early, if you are intending to retire early, or if you're not intending to retire early? What are your plans for your future, and whether it's in the 1 year, 5 year, or 10 years? Let me know, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.